DB Saga fans, rejoice! Mercenary Tao is the next Dokkan Fest exclusive. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we have the reveal of the next Dokkan Fest exclusive, the Fizz Mercenary Tao PHY. That's right, the hint that we saw was pretty much what we had all initially thought, right? Outside of our wild predictions, right? Our first guess was the Mercenary Tao, the picture in the sand referencing Tao PHY's pillar landing in the sand. So looks like everybody was pretty on the money there. It was a pretty obvious hint outside of that. So with that in mind, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what he's doing, check out his animations, and give our full thoughts on the next Dokkan Fest exclusive. So let's hop on over. Let's take a look. I think we got the animations queued up right here. All right, so we're going to take a look at the animations. So we're going to pause the music. You guys do whatever you need to do. Make your adjustment to your headphones, and let's take a look here. Ooh, nice. So it looks like a banner unit, General Blue. I can dig it.
Let's see, 1,400 miles northeast. To kill you.
I love it. Oh, bro, his counter is the tongue. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, seriously serious. No way he said the thing. He said the thing. Oh, but it is the Dodon Ray. No way. That is awesome. Wow. Okay, those are actually really clean animations there. I love it. Oh man, the fact that they made the tongue a counter, right? Like that's all. I gotta love it. All right, so I mean, if you're a DB Saga fan, right, this is a much needed, much wanted, much anticipated addition. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. Let's break him down. So he is an extreme Fizz type. He leads a brand new category, Mission Execution or Earthbred Fighters, category key 3, HP 200%, and attack and defense 170%, with an additional attack and defense 50% for characters who also belong on Dragon Ball Seekers and Earthlings category. So interesting, they decided to give him a new category. That's possibly why they decided to go for the hint this time, is that they are introducing a new category. So with that in mind, let's take a look. Passive skill, he's got entrance animation when there's another mission execution category ally on the team. Upon his entry turn, he randomly changes key spheres of certain type, Fizz excluded, to rainbow key spheres and stuns all enemies for the turns. Ooh, that's gonna make him really good for things like battle hardened formidable foes, right? That opening stun. All right, he gets an additional attack 100% and chance to perform a critical hit and damage reduction rate 50%. Oh, that's really nice. Is that just... oh no, it's for one turn only. Okay, so that's for one turn. And his basic effects, key 2, attack defense 200% and damage reduction rate 30%, and medium chance of performing a critical hit. When attacking for 12 or more key, he gets 200%, and for every rainbow key sphere, he gets attacked 200%. So he can get a maximum of 1,000 if you get 5 rainbow key spheres, although that is kind of rare. More likely, you're going to be seeing, maybe 3 to 4 if you're lucky. And when receiving attack and additional defense, 200%. When receiving an unarmed super attack, he has a 70% chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous power. When the target enemy is stunned, he has an additional 500%, performs a critical hit, and gets an additional attack 500% when HP is 70% or less. So if you have a stun enemy, right, you get an addition, and you are below 70%, you have an additional 1000% attack. So this is going to be interesting, mostly because that extra 1000% you're really only going to see in the early stages of Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. Red zones, that's pretty much right out. So unless they give us an ability soon to allow us to counteract stunning, immunity to stunning on bosses, that's going to be kind of tough to, that's going to be kind of tough to utilize. But, I mean, it's still going to be very, very useful in those shorter events where you can do it. Let's see. Let's take a look here. So the Dodon Ray, his serious Dodon Ray. Seriously, the fact that they went with this, that they went with the line, I'm seriously serious. I suppose it was staring us in the face this whole time that this was the next Dokkan Fest, given the name of the new event. Can be activated when there is a Dragon Ball Seekers or Kamehameha category enemy, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are mission execution. It causes ultimate damage and stuns the enemy for 1 turn. Changes STR and Int key spheres to Rainbow key spheres. Okay, all right. So he basically gives you the ability. So the active skill will basically give you the ability to activate that rest of the passive. Again, in the events where it can be done. So in the Dragon Ball Seekers and Kamehameha condition, going to be kind of rough because there aren't too many bosses with that. Blue Goku has this, but at the same time, right, like, I mean, you're going to help get that extra for the Rainbow Key Sphere, but he can't be stunned. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays in actual effect. His super attack is massively raising attack for the turn, causing immense damage and a lowering attack and defense. So that's yeah, he's definitely going to be a short event Battle Hardened Formidable Foes character. Looking at all of this, links are pretty much what we would expect from Mercenary Tao: Crane School, Supreme Warrior, Coward, Incredible Adventure, Dodon Ray, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle. So he's gonna he's gonna get 2 links with like Kid Goku, like the typical DB Saga links, but I mean, he's not gonna have too many others that are going to activate the rest of these links for him. Categories pretty much the same as the other Mercenary Taos, right? Mission Execution, Earthbred Fighters, Dragon Ball Seekers, Earthlings, DB Saga, Sibling Spawn, Target Goku, Sworn Enemies. All right, nice. Okay, so Tao looks, I mean, he looks good. He's going to be an incredibly powerful unit for Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. I will say he will make Kid Goku's team a lot more consistent in that fight, that without having to rely on like Vegito and Gogeta, for example, right? So I will say that he will definitely help there. Let's take a look at General Blue here. Now he is the banner unit, but he is Mission Execution or DB Saga, 130% attack and defense and HP. Basic effects, attack and defense 200%, Mission Execution allies key 2, attack and defense 40%, randomly changes key spheres of certain type to Rainbow key spheres. Okay, so he would definitely help out Tao. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he gets attack defense 150%. As the second or third attacker in turn, launches an additional super attack and has a 70% chance to evade. He has attack defense 200%. And when there's another mission execution or DB Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, he has an additional 10% evasion. Alright, so that's 80% chance to evade. Steals the attacked enemy's super for 2 turns, and gives allies attack defense 30% for 2 turns. Ooh, I like that. 2-turn support. So he's giving 40% for the regular turn, right? And then 70% on the turn that he's on. So 70% for the turn that he's on, and then the following turn gets an additional 30%. That's nice. I like that. And then when there's a Pepe Gal's enemy, he guards all attacks or performs critical hits. So I mean, you're outside of the one stage of Battle Hardened Formidable Foes where you're fighting Ribrianne and Kefla, that's, I mean, you're not going to be activating that. Bulma's not a fight anymore. You honestly, these two would have been really good to have during the Bulma fight. Actually, I wonder if they were meant to release back then. Let's see. Links, Red Ribbon Army, Telekinesis, Brutal Beatdown, Incredible Adventure, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, Loyalty. So he'll have 3 links with Tao's. So that's okay, I guess. And then Super Attack raises attack defense for the turn. Supreme Damage, high chance of stunning the enemy. So with that stun, also there to help Tao get that extra offense off of it. Okay, but you know what? Honestly, not that bad for the two of them. I can see these two working really well together in events where you can actually stun the enemy. Remember, we're going to be getting a new seriously serious battle, and I'm betting stunning is going to be a part of it, right? And so they're probably going to be very, very useful for this. So let's actually take a look here. All right, so we do have some quick off-the-cuff attack stats here for them, right? So full passive here for Tao, right? All right, so 36 million on the regular turn, 84 million with that additional 2 supers with 2 rainbow key spheres. All right, 4 rainbows, 133. Okay, full passive active, 5 rainbows, Gogeta active, 828 million. Now, I mean, the likelihood of getting all of this together, right? 5 rainbow key spheres, getting the full 1000% multiplicative attack buff. Pretty unlikely, again, because it's only going to happen on enemies where you can stun, and that's typically only turn 1 in like Battle Hardened Formidable Foes and possibly this new Seriously Serious Battles event. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt, but I mean, this number here is not unlikely. You'll probably see this more often than you don't. So I can, you know, that's pretty good. And even if not, right? 2 supers here, just throwing out 2 supers and no rainbow key spheres, right? With 84, like that's not that bad, honestly. You know, that's pretty good. Now, let's see. Did they update the news yet? Did we get a news? Yes, we have the new Dokkan event, and let's see. Any new information? Yep, there's the new Seriously Serious Battles. We are getting new stages to the DB Saga. They're adding a stage 7. Interesting that they're adding a stage 7 because I don't know who the boss would be. I guess Piccolo Jr. maybe could be the boss here. So if they make him like the hardest boss in the game, I'm down for that. I'm kind of bored with the Jiren defense, so hopefully he's good. All right, obviously Daima finishing up, and then ooh, interesting. The Hidden Potential event as getting a renewal. Nice. That's great. Make it easier to collect hidden potential orbs for you new players out there. So pretty good stuff coming. The only concern I have about this is the potential for an EZA, right? Looking at DB Saga, there is pretty much no one outside of some free-to-play units and World Tournament units that could be up for an EZA. Roshi ain't EZA. We already got Path to Power's EZA. So I don't really see anything happening there for that. And when we look at the current list of upcoming EZAs, I think mission execution, right? The only it depends on how broad they make this topic and what it actually means, right? But in just looking at the list of upcoming EZAs, I don't think anyone fits here except maybe Ginyu. Actually, this works. No. This works. Ginyu is the EZA because Ginyu would be on mission execution, right? He was given the mission to take out Goku and friends with from Frieza. Well, just friends, right? Goku wasn't there yet, but and they would also be on Dragon Ball Seeker, so they would be on the 220%. It's Ginyu. Yeah, okay. No, this totally makes sense because I was wondering how they were going to pull this off. Okay, no. And then if they just kind of lower their requirement for Ginyu Force and make it more Dragon Ball Seekers, I could see it. is about the only other one that makes sense out of all these, unless they just go Earthlings and just throw up Yamcha, which is a distinct possibility. I hope that's not the case. I would rather Yamcha get a good setup on a Saiyan Saga team or other Earthling teams, but you know, we'll see how that handles. But Ginyu makes a lot of sense here for the EZA. So, honestly though, very, very impressed. I think Tao is going to be really fun. Again, his thing is going to be definitely in shorter events and possibly this new red zone. I'm going to assume the new red zone is going to be catered around Tao. So just consider that. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below let us know what are your thoughts on the new Mercenary Tao. Did you guess Tao from the hint? I think most of us had that as our initial guess before we started diving off into the wild theories, but let us know if that was one of your guesses, and let us know what you think of this really, really powerful offensive card. I'm a bit wary of his defense. He's not getting a whole lot of defense, so I'm curious about that with that damage reduction that he's got, but we'll have to see. I haven't seen any defense calcs yet, so we'll have to kind of see how that plays in game. So let us know what you think though in the comments down below. Otherwise guys, as always, thanks for watching and aloha.